Hello everybody, welcome back to BareRose Garage here. What do we got going on today? Well, it's the end of my cleanup. That's what's going on today. I'll show you what I've done. Now you heard me mention before about a clean room, and you can see this place is beyond being clean. It's well, it's the remnants of a dumpster fire. But you can keep your stuff clean with just one of these garbage bags. I use a yard bag on this one because it's a big block. Anyway, and then I never put the bag on the floor because I don't want to pick anything up. Anyway, what I've done here is I've scraped it all down with my scraper. It's just the Icon brand. Actually, this is the only Icon tool I own so far. I got it on sale at Harbor Freight for I don't remember how much, but it's the razor blade one. And I went through a lot of razor blades. I always do when I do this. But I scraped it all down with the razor blade first. And then I fired up the drill with the wire wheel on it. Yeah, just real light, just enough, just the weight of the tool is all. And then I went over it all with the wire wheel. Got all the residue of the old head gasket off of there. You want to make sure you get all of it. Any little, and especially right in here, these little areas like here and right here, they're really hard to get with a scraper tool, but anywhere you miss in there and there's just a little bit of gasket material, they'll fail. So make sure you get your deck surface just spotless, 100% spotless, but don't use anything so aggressive that it eats into the block, because you don't want to change nothing here. Like I said, I just used just the weight of the drill with the wire wheel on it, and I had the wire wheel turned down too, the speed on my drill, just to slowly take it off. It takes forever, but it's well worth it in the long run. So I got the deck all done, and you can see I cleaned up all the pistons, blew it off, cleaned it again, and cleaned it again. And before I button it up for the final time, I'll clean it some more. You'll always want to make sure that there is absolutely nothing in here, in the valley, in the cylinders, anywhere. And especially look for any wire wheel, you know, as it's going. That's why I was doing it on the slow speed, so it wouldn't fling those wires out. They have a tendency of falling down into the valley or dropping inside of one of the lifters and just wreaking havoc. So be very, very, very careful when you do that stuff, especially with power tools. And just make sure there is absolutely nothing in here. Then I went across on the base here and I cleaned it all up. I still got a bolt here. That's the one that broke. I still got to get it out of there. What I'll do is I'll weld a nut onto it and then do my best to get it out of there. Luckily that one is in a boss there, so it's not open. This one here is open, so I got to remember that. This one has to have silicone on it. That's the only one that goes into a water jacket. All the others are just deadheads. So anyway, clean that all up, clean the distributor housing all up, got it all clean. Then I went through and did the exact same thing on the head side. Cleaned all the carbon out of the combustion chambers, cleaned the valves. Be very, very careful in here. You don't want to take anything off in here on the valve. So just work it very slowly. And again, up in here in this area, this is a common fail area for a head gasket. So make sure you get all of the gasket material, old gasket material, out of here. So I cleaned that all up, cleaned the other sides, the intake side. Then I ran to Harbor Freight because, just like you guys, I'm setting this shop up. All my other stuff is at the other shop, and it's mostly all Dad's stuff. So I'm slowly setting this shop up to be a working shop as well. So I grabbed the cheap, I think it was $50. Plus I got some off because I'm an Inside Track member. It was under 50 bucks for this tap and die set. Basically I got it as a thread chaser. I don't really trust these taps and dies for actually cutting metal, but for just chasing they did all right. Anyway, used those two, went through everything on it that was that big, because this only goes up to 1/2 inch, 3/8, 7/16. Yeah, I think it's 1/2 inch is as big as this bit goes, which is pretty common for automotive stuff. But you can see over here on these head bolts that I got set in order on a Ford, head bolts are 9/16. They are big. They are huge head bolts. So I don't have a tap and die for that, so I chased them out with my pick. I've got it. There it is, with my pick set. I just stuck this in there and I turned it through the holes, just did it manually. And then I stuck there down in it as I was doing it and blow it out, turn it, blow it out. It takes forever doing it that way, but it is another way you can do it without a tap and die. It does okay if you do it that way. But anyway, I got her cleaned, prepped. Now she's ready. I can put the head gaskets on it, set them heads, drop it all into place, and get that all done. So that's what I've been doing for the past, it took me 2 days. It's not straight 2 days of work. It's the 2 days of free time that I got out here in the shop. I've spent cleaning that and cleaning that and cleaning it again. Because when it comes to this stuff, you know, the cleaner you can get it, your gasket surfaces, the better off you are. So on my next one here, you'll see me setting them heads. Okay? And we'll catch you on the next one when I'm doing that. And meantime, get out there and get the metal hop before that train comes in here. We'll catch you on the next one.